my name is Hyeseung, and I'm here to explain about my topic, how climate change affects tourism. I chose this topic because this is an issue that is still going on and will become worse beyond the future. Check out one of the locations. This place is called Taegwa, which is located right here. And now what do these yellow stars mean? These yellow stars represent the locations that might actually disappear. And then let's see what happens to Taegwa. If you can see here in the image, the water is kind of overflowing and then wants to cover the house. Do you know why this is happening? It's because of climate change. Now the question is, what is climate change? Climate change is a change of the weather, which could be hot or cold depending on the region. This effect is becoming worse, and the cause is the population around the world. The reason why population is related with climate change is because when there are more people using energy, which makes greenhouse effect, it makes climate change worse. Now most people think greenhouse effect is an effect that is to do with all the greenhouses. The answer is no. Greenhouse effect is an effect that makes the heat trapped inside the atmosphere. Climate change can affect the following: carbon dioxide, overheat, and the rise of the sea level. Let's see one of the examples of a simple movie poster. Now, does anybody know what this movie is called? Well, this movie is called The Day After Tomorrow, which is a movie that talks about climate change occurring in New York City. If you can see here in the movie poster, Statue of Liberty's head is below the sea, and then the only thing that's up on the surface is a torch. Well, this is a movie, so then this isn't actually a true thing, but then this might happen if climate change becomes worse. Now, tourism. It is the best option to travel around the world by enjoying the beach, skiing at the downhill, and examining famous locations. But then, these are becoming worse because of climate change. And then if you look at these image, it shows all the locations that have an impact on it, but I'll explain only one specific part, which is going to be the mountain and the snow tourism. Now, in mountain and snow tourism, usually what you do is you climb up snowy mountains, or you just ski downhill. But then, right now, due to climate change, the skiing season is becoming shorter, and then you won't have enough time to ski. And then when you go onto snowy mountains, right now they're melting, so then it's kind of dangerous to climb. For example, if you can see here, this is one of the mountains that is located in New Zealand. And then in this mountain, this mountain was supposed to have plenty of snow. But then right now, it become like this. We can only barely see a little bit of snow. And so then people who are trying to go to a tourism here, they're right now being canceled because of this, because it'll be dangerous, and then they have to get their safety. And now, let me explain you what these image represents. Now this is an image that shows the temperature around the world. And if you can see here, most of the areas are blue or white. And then there are very few parts that are kind of yellow, which is actually a safe thing. But then, let's see what happens in 2015. In 2015, you can see the image that areas that are blue and white turns to yellow and orange, and the top part, it turns red. You can barely see white in this image. Now, what this image represents differently from the temperature, this is actually carbon dioxide. And then if you can see here, they didn't really have enough carbon dioxide in this atmosphere, so then we had a good times on breathing, we had no worries. But then let's see what happens in 2014. If you can see in this image, in 2014, the areas become yellow, and then Greenland, the part of Europe, and then Russia, right now they're sort of orange, so then they have like a lot of carbon dioxide. And this is one of the images of a carbon dioxide item 1990 to 2030. And if you can see here in this image, right now China is the one that is increasing hugely, and then in the 2030, China is the one that is on the top. And then other areas such as India, South Korea, or Japan, they're kind of in the below, so then they're safe. But then, let's say if you're going to tourism in China, If you're going to a tourism in China, your visions will be mostly blurry, so that you can't really see a thing. And when you're you're gonna breathe in carbon dioxide, mostly the carbon dioxide, and so then you need to wear a mask so then you can breathe oxygen instead of carbon dioxide. Now, all the famous locations, including the Great Barrier Reef, is in a danger of extinction. And if you can see here, the Great Barrier Reef is a really perfect place to travel underwater, seeing marine animals and the clear vision of the corals. Do you think this has anything to do with climate change? Yes, it does. Recently, 93% of the corals are bleaching. And then, do you know what bleaching is? Bleaching is a thing that happens when the ocean is too warm that the corals are losing its colors. And then if you can see here, this is a photo from CNN, and then he took this picture at the exact same locations, but then you can see the colorful corals, they become all white. And then I'll mention this again, these are the locations that might actually disappear due to the rise of the sea level. And then I think let's see one of the locations right now. Now this place is the Maldives Island where all the populations wants to go, and it is a really good place to travel. But then this is one of the locations that might extinct because of the rise of the sea level. If you can see, the sea is kind of sort of covering the sand here. Let's check another location. This place is Kiribati, and if you can see here, maybe this part was the land, but then the sea is covering this part. And then the people in Kiribati, they don't want to leave this place because it is their home, and it is the place where they're living, even if the sea level is rise hugely. And if you want to help these people and you want to continue seeing these beautiful locations just like the past, you can make a change right now. You can't stop climate change, but you can prevent climate change. All you have to do is the following. You just have to use less electricity and turn them off when you're not using it. Try not using transportations when you're going to a specific location. Like when there's like an A and B location, it's just 5 minutes, just try to walk or use a bicycle instead. Tell this information to everyone so that they can cooperate with you. You can make this world a better place. All you have to do is take action right now and make the world greener. And these are my citations. Thank you for listening.